So let's say you have zero money right now as the time of watching this video, and you want to save at least $100,000, right? Or you want to make more money, or you want to, accomplish different goals financially, right? In this video, we're going to talk about some of the habits that I've used in my life and how they have changed my life and set me up to where I'm able to, get a lot closer to, the financial goals that I have. I'm just like you guys, man. I'm, on my journey. I'm trying to make more money. I'm trying to save more money. I'm trying to invest more money. I'm trying to put myself in the best position financially so that I'm not having to worry about money when I'm, 50, 60, 40 years old, right? I want to put in the work now in my 20s and do as much as I possibly can so that I'm not stressing like that, man. I, grew up and have seen people that are close to me that, really did struggle with money. And that's not something that I want to have anything to do with. And I'm assuming a lot of you guys can probably relate, unless you've got rich parents, which is okay. But, I never got really any handouts in my life. So I want to, share with you guys some of the lessons that I've learned and some of the habits that I've incorporated into my lifestyle that have definitely pushed me farther along towards my goals and how they can hopefully help you guys out as well. So let's jump into this, right? So there's 6 primary points that I wanted to cover here. Number 1, waking up early, right? You guys have heard this a million times, but the reality is when you're up early, like let's say you wake up at, 5 o'clock, even 6 o'clock, right? If you're able to get up earlier, there's nobody that's going to be distracting you. You're not getting your phone blasted with all these texts from, your buddies that are sending you memes and all this different kind of stuff that we all deal with, that we all have, right? You're able to lock in on the goals that you have. And it just gives you, when you're up early like that, man, I mean, anyone who's been up early like this can probably relate, but you just have more focus. You're able to, quiet down your mind and lock in on the goals that you've set. And that's extremely valuable, right? So if you're able to wake up at, let's say 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5:30, 6, whatever it might be, just earlier than whatever it is you're doing right now, and dedicate, an hour or 2 hours into, focused, intentional work towards your goals, whatever it might be, whether it's trying to start your own business or, get a better job or, get in shape, whatever it might be, take deliberate action towards those goals early in the morning, right? It's going to accomplish a few different things when you do this. Number 1, you're going to get it out of the way, right? Number 2, you're going to be able to invest your best time in the entire day where you're the most focused, you're the most sharp, you're the most refreshed. You're going to invest that into your project, your goals, your dream, whatever it is that you want to do. You're going to invest that time where you're most effective. You're going to invest that into your stuff as opposed to your 9 to 5 or someone else's project. Does that make sense? Right? So there's tremendous value in getting up very early and doing this. Okay. And number 2, you have to understand that investing into your skill set every single day is something that all successful people do. And it's something that you're going to have to do if you want to be successful as well, right? This could be reading 10 pages of a book. I've made a video about that on this channel as well. Watching deliberate YouTube videos, talking about, how to be successful at whatever it is you're trying to do, right? You need to be investing into your skill set every single day. And that means learning. That means education. That means taking time to be able to put good information into your brain. This is something that everybody does that's successful, that you look up to, that I look up to. They all do this, right? So you need to commit to doing this every single day. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. You don't have to sit down with a book for 3 hours. You can just sit down and read a book for 20, 30 minutes, right? Put good information into your brain every single day. End of story, right? Budgeting and tracking your net worth is also something that I would highly suggest you guys do, because this is going to give you a benchmark and it's going to show you the direction that you're heading in, right? Put everything into a spreadsheet. We can make another video about this if this is something you guys think would be helpful. I think it probably would be. Put everything into a spreadsheet. Go over, how much you're spending every single month. Track your net worth. There's an app that I used to use called mint.com. I don't think it's a thing anymore. I think that got absorbed into Credit Karma. which I still use right now. Credit Karma is a free app. You can, see your credit score. You can see your net worth. You can track all your expenses all inside that app. And that, again, I don't get paid to promote that app. There's no like affiliate link or anything, but Credit Karma is pretty awesome. I've used that for a long time, and it just gives you a visual as to which direction your net worth is moving in, so that you can track that over time. And that's incredibly valuable because you want it to, make sure that you're moving in the right direction, obviously, right? There's a saying that, what gets, I forget exactly what it is. Of course I would forget right now, but it's like what gets tracked improves. And that's basically like the cliff notes of that saying. But I mean, again, it's true, because if you're not tracking something, then you have no idea if it's improving or not. Right? So you have to make sure that you are tracking as much as you possibly can when it comes to your finances. Track your expenses, track your income, track your net worth. All those things are important, right? So that's number 3. Number 4, and again, I have 6 points here, guys. So we're almost we're a little over halfway through this. So anyway, number 4, say no more often to opportunities that don't serve your goals. Again, this is very straightforward, very simple. I don't think I need to explain this, but it's absolutely worth bringing up because this is something that has helped me out, significantly in my life. Is just saying no to, going to parties, saying no to doing this, saying no to doing that, whatever it might be. I'm not saying I just like sit at home and work all day long, because that's not the case. That's not the case. Every once in a while I'll pop out and do something fun, or, go get dinner, whatever it might be. I'm a regular human, but you have to say no to, the daily distractions. And it's that simple, because if you're just constantly getting pulled in different directions, you're not going to make any kind of significant progress towards your goals, right? Very common sense kind of thing. Number 5, intentional content consumption. I think I kind of mentioned this earlier as well with like daily skill building, but again, you need to be putting good content into your brain, making sure that you're listening to people who have done whatever it is that you're trying to do and that are qualified to give you advice, right? You need to have good mentors, right? You don't have to be talking to a mentor every single day on the phone. You can just follow some of these people and listen to their interviews on YouTube and all the different kind of stuff you guys are probably already doing, right? But make sure those people are good, qualified, and they've actually done whatever it is they say they're doing, because there's a lot of fake people out there. And I think a lot of you guys would be surprised with, how fake and made up a lot of these people's stories are online. So just vet the people that you're listening to and make sure that you're listening to good content that's going to be, contributing to you getting closer to your goals. That's number 5. Number 6, basically just selling yourself, right? There's a great book called Sell or Be Sold, and I might actually link that. I think I linked that in the description. If not, I will definitely make sure I do, because this is one of my favorite books ever. And one of the most important pieces of that book is it just talks about the importance of selling yourself before you try to go out into the world and sell your product, your service, your dream, whatever it might be. You have to sell yourself on that every single day, and make sure that you are, committed to the goals that you guys have. You see this vision that you have in your brain, you see it clearly, and you have a game plan for how you're going to go out there and accomplish that, right? You have to sell yourself every single day on, what it is your dreams are and your goals, and also the possibility that it can happen, right? If you just keep working and keep, staying consistent and keep showing up every single day, right? It really is that simple. There's no magic, fairy dust to any of this kind of stuff, guys. If you talk to anybody who's super successful, I've talked to many of them, every single person will tell you the exact same thing. They worked their butt off for a long freaking time. They didn't quit, and they learned every single day and, didn't repeat the same mistakes. It's really that simple. And if you don't believe me, go talk to somebody who's very successful, and they'll tell you an answer that's very similar to that, right? There's no magic to any of this. We just have to keep moving forward, keep putting one foot in front of the other every single day, and make deliberate progress towards our dreams, our goals every single day, because that's all there is to it, right? The only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time, and that's all it comes down to. So anyway, guys, hope this helps you guys out. That's my, 6 little habits that have, helped me out on my journey from, making zero money, which I've definitely been there before, many times before, to eventually being able to save and invest 100K and beyond. I hope this helps you guys out. Let me know in the comments if it does. Talk to me. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And again, if this video was helpful, drop a like. I would very much appreciate it. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.